This episode today is about how we have different employees changing departments at KlientBoost. So when KlientBoost is making a decision when we want to fill a seat, we have the option of either moving people internally or we can hire externally. In general, at KlientBoost, we really prefer to move people around internally. People internally, not only do they already know about KlientBoost, not only do they already represent a lot of our values, but they're just more known quantities. And working between departments makes them a lot more proficient at understanding how the business works, makes them better in their job. So yeah, preference-wise, we always want to move someone from within before we hire externally. At KlientBoost, we try to create opportunities in multiple places at the organization. We use the phrase a lot, right person, right seat. A lot of times we bring people into KlientBoost and they are definitely the right person. They're a culture fit, they got the intelligence, they got the drive. But maybe the seat they're in doesn't necessarily make sense and they might be able to do better somewhere else. So today we're going to talk to a few people that have made a transition from one department to another and how they've been successful in doing that.
Hi, I'm Missy. I'm an account executive here at KlientBoost.
I'm Matt. I'm also an account executive here at KlientBoost.
So I was lucky enough to come on to KlientBoost as an account coordinator. I was hired from right from college, and I was trained here from some of the existing, pre-existing AMs. And so I myself became an account manager. And the cool thing about it is that, you know, I learned all the basic principles, all like the best practices here at KlientBoost in order to become and be successful at, you know, being an account manager here. But at some point, I kind of went around and figured out I wanted to try something different. I went to Jonathan and I expressed myself. I expressed like, hey, you know, I want to be trying other things, maybe be more creative, bringing value in a different way. So I went ahead and we kind of discussed that there was an opening for a content writer on the brand team. So I was over here writing blogs for a little bit, talking about SCAGs and all our best practices and writing those down that way.
Driving those sales organically.
Driving those sales organically, SEO. And then at some point too, you know, we've been growing, KlientBoost has been growing for, you know, steadily for a while, for like past 3 years. I mean, we've got, what, 60?
I think we're at 62, I think I saw on our LinkedIn
people.
The other day.
Yeah, see, and so,
seems right.
You know, so there was kind of like an opening here on the sales team where it just kind of made sense where you could use both the AM knowledge that I learned plus the, you know, content writers explanations and how they go ahead and talk to people on the phone. We kind of just meshed it together, and I figured that it would just be kind of a good idea to kind of come onto the sales team and try to, you know, drive value that way. And here I am, and I love it, and I'm super grateful for Jonathan for like giving me the opportunity to go ahead and change departments. I think not very many companies will kind of let you do that. So I think that's something that's really special about KlientBoost is that they want you to be happy here and they want you to fit in where you best fit in. So the fact that he gave me that opportunity, I think is just like so amazing.
All right, so I started at KlientBoost. I think it's been about 11 months now. I'm almost at my year here. Before I was at KlientBoost, I spent 3.5 years at another agency as an account manager, kind of cut my teeth there in automotive. And then once I started here, I started out as account manager. I was about 6-7 months in, and JD approached me actually to join the sales team. Thought it would be a better fit for my skills, and it's something that had been kind of mentioned to me at previous companies that I worked at as well, and I wasn't really as interested. But, you know, I like how we do things here at KlientBoost, so I figured if JD thinks I can do sales, I can probably do sales. Might as well try it out. And so far, I've done quite a few discovery calls so far, and I think all the account management stuff that we learn here at KlientBoost is super helpful when you're auditing an account. So yeah, it's been fun so far. I'm happy to be on the sales team.
So I think it's a different hustle. So account managing is a completely different hustle than sales. I think, you know, as an account manager, you're supposed to, you know, continuously be in communication and making sure that you're hitting goals and making the clients happy and pushing value and making them profits. While in sales, I mean, you're trying to follow up with a lot of volume, and you're trying to, you know, follow with everyone and make sure balls don't get dropped, and that you're trying to, you know, grow this company. So they're just completely different hustles, and you just kind of like pick which hustle you like more, and I like this one.
Yeah, like Missy was saying, I think it's hard to compare stress levels per se, because it's just it's kind of a different grind. Like as an AM, you're always delivering value for that specific set of clients and bringing new ideas to the table, whereas like as in sales, you're like more driven to bring different value to every single prospect, just because they all have can all have wildly different goals and may not have one specialization. And there's always way more balls in the air than being like an account manager. A lot of sports references.
A lot of juggling.
A lot of juggling.
In full transparency, we can talk about the positive things of like sales and operations, but that doesn't mean there's not stress on either side. There's definitely times that can be tough. But it's a different kind of stress. It's a different kind of toughness. The way I would put it to people that were considering the change, being in sales is that roller coaster. It's sort of like it's being in your early 20s and like speed dating, like swipe left, swipe right, yes, no, kind of that up and down. Being in AM sometimes, it can be like being stuck in a tough marriage, we have a contract term. If the client's not happy, like we have to stick together, and that can be a different kind of stress.
Hey Reese. If you could switch to any department but this one, what would you switch to?
Any department?
Yeah, so like you could be part of the brand, part of sales, part of
Design?
management, design, whatever you want.
Is the leadership team a separate team?
Yeah, sure.
I mean, yeah, I'd pick leadership team.
And I want to be CEO because it's the easiest job at the company.
Reese wants Kim's job.
Kim's job?
Yeah.
Why?
Because he thinks he could do it better. He tells me all the time.
None of that is true. I think it'd be cool to be like a VP of client strategy and work with like teams and team directors on how we can, basically just improve our processes and campaign management.
I would probably go on design because it's fairly fascinating to mess with all the creative features.
I would switch to the video brand because
It's annoying.
it seems like a very easy job.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind trying out sales for a week or two. It's a rush. You get to talk to a lot of different people and, I don't know, sell them.
If I had to switch departments, honestly, I would pick the videographer, vlogger,
Why?
because it's fun. Your job seems like you just point a camera in people's faces and ask them questions. Or if we made a new department, the KB Spartan crew, we're fitness. We have a fitness trainer. That'd be cool. Get that department.
Thoughts?
Yeah, I like the idea of that. I'd be training everybody, making sure people are at their trainings.
So, let me just lay it on you. We need a KB cuisine testing department. New department, like we're changing it up here at KB. So, instead of us knowing, what we're gonna have for catering on Fridays, we can just test all these different catering options, test all these different cuisines. That'd be my job. Just taste food. If it's good, it's awesome. If it's not good, it kind of stinks, but
Well, I don't know. Jen makes it look easy, but I don't know if I would join her in her department because she gets to get all the gifts and everything and wrap presents and stuff, but I can probably quickly think that probably wouldn't be the best thing.
Let's see. The department that I would want to be on is probably brand team because I do love content creation. Social media department.
Ooh.
That would be one I'd open up.
Gotcha.
Well, I mean, I've been all over the board. I was an AM, and then I was a senior AM, and then I created, I think it was a team lead, which never existed, so then I was a team lead, but then that wasn't really what we wanted to work on, so then I invented the director of SaaS, so I only managed SaaS clients, and that lasted for a little bit, then I went on my maternity leave, came back as director of PPC, and then a VP of client services, which is where I am. But if I had to be somewhere else, I would be the company's trainer, like fitness and food. Everybody be on a vegan diet, whole food, plant-based. You know what you would be? You'd be like a real therapist.
I actually would do that.
Yeah.
Okay. I'd be in. Yeah, like I'd have my own room. I'd have a couch. Everyone could come and see me.
And maybe
I'd give them candies and drinks. I guess if we open like more offices, I want to be involved in all of them. So like, I don't know, like a general manager or something, so I can go check them all out, make sure everyone's having a good time, working hard.
I'm kind of in all the departments. So I guess my new department would be a chicken maison offshoot. We were just chef.
If I could switch departments, I wouldn't switch departments. I would stay where I am because I love my account manager family.
If I could move any department, I'd probably be in charge of HR. Jen does a great job, but I think I'm by far the one who follows all the rules here. I don't do anything that's inappropriate, clearly. Yeah, I think that'd be the best director of HR out there, for sure, without a doubt.
If I had to switch departments, I'd create a creative one, focus on like video editing, photography, building out like different strategies so that we can do video ads.
So if I were to switch departments, I'd probably be a designer and work on websites because I've always been interested in like graphic design and I just want to make things look pretty. Yeah.
I think I'd have to move to the office operations department. I've already been a designer, loved that. But if I moved to office operations, I could totally pick what we have for lunch every Friday and that'd be great.
So
no more pizza!
So you're gonna take Jen's job?
I'm gonna assist Jen in her job.
I would take over your job, Stone. Give me the camera.
No!
I'd just take JD's job. And probably be way better at it.
Oh!
Would you change the name of the company?
Get client lift. Yeah.
Client with a K or with a C?
Oh, it'd be a K. Yeah.
Is lift pronounced with a PH or F?
PH.
Does it have to be serious?
Serious, funny, whatever.
Alright, I'll give you a funny answer, but can you like blur my face and give me like the deep voice?
So if I got to switch departments and go to any other department within KlientBoost, I would go to sales. The reason is sales, you could just make up anything you want. You could tell the client, you want a 42 row eyes? We could totally do that. What's that? You only have $300 a month for a budget? That's not an issue. So I think really just setting unreasonable expectations and handing them off to account managers would be a lot of fun.
That was a joke.
Okay.
Don't include it.
I won't. Let's do the serious one. Ready?
I would go to...
We have coffee because we're kicking butt and I just want to show my appreciation and love for everyone here.
Wow. Thanks.
You're welcome. Thanks.
Thank you, Haley, everyone.
Oh my God.
Thank you, Haley.